MaCooCoo, Part 3, Return to the Sea. By late summer 2023, MaCooCoo was rotting. She had become a skeleton on the sand, windows shattered, rust blooming along her metalwork, her paint faded to chalky ghosts of blue. Tourists had moved on. Influencers no longer braved the awkward climb into her hull. The graffiti had multiplied, some crude, some cryptic. "She's still below," read one scroll near the transom. Another above the hatch. "Don't listen to the humming." Even the sea seemed to retreat from her. The tide, once licking at her hull each afternoon, no longer rose high enough to touch her. Birds avoided her. A strange patch of seaweed began to accumulate near her bow, black, bristled, and never dry. It was said to move on its own, writhing like muscle when no one was looking directly at it. And then came the girl. No one knew her name or where she came from. Locals called her Lily, though she never told anyone that. She appeared sometime in August, always barefoot, always alone. She carried a red pail and a rag. Each night, just before sunset, she walked up from the shoreline and began to clean the MaCooCoo. She scrubbed the graffiti, picked up the bottles, brushed away sand. Her movements were calm, rhythmic, like someone tending a shrine. She never spoke to the few who watched her from a distance. She never stayed past twilight. After she began her visits, the beach changed. The sea came closer again. The sand near the boat grew darker, wet, even on dry days. Some claimed to see wet footprints in the early morning, too small for an adult. And the dreams returned, stronger than ever. Those who lived nearby began to hear knocking at their doors in the middle of the night. No one was there. Some said they heard humming outside their bedroom windows, even in homes miles inland. Lily came every night for 7 days. On the 8th, a storm arrived. It struck just after midnight. Thunder without lightning. Rain that hissed like boiling water. The sea rose unnaturally fast, flooding the dunes. Palm fronds were flung through the air like knives, but only around Pelican Point. A few brave souls ventured out after sunrise, expecting to find MaCooCoo battered or buried. She was gone. No debris, no drag marks, just an impression in the sand where her hull had rested. The seaweed was gone, too. The sand around the site shimmered with fine grains of crushed shell, white as bone. Some say they saw Lily walking into the waves just before the storm hit, holding the red pail like always. Others claim she wasn't a girl at all, but something older, something watching from below, wearing the memory of a child like a mask. They say MaCooCoo didn't leave. They say she was taken. Sometimes on quiet nights during low tide, people say you can hear creaking just offshore, a distant splash, a faint humming, and every so often the sea leaves something behind, a bare footprint, a rusted ladder, or a whisper in the surf. Come home.